Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on simple geometry. In this video we're going to look at simple examples to introduce what is meant by geometry. As an introduction, we will start off by looking at points, lines and angles. Points. A point in geometry is a location. It has no size. That is, it has no width, no length, and no depth. A point is shown by a dot. In simple terms, it shows a position. So here are 4 dots, and they show positions. And yes, they look a little bit thick, don't they? But don't take any notice of that. I've just made them large just to illustrate that the point just shows you a location, so it really has no measurements whatsoever. Lines. A line is defined as many points that extends infinitely in 2 directions. It has 1 dimension length. Okay. Now, the word line, that's singular, and that's why I have extends. This word extends refers to line. So basically, this is what it is. And it is made up of many points next to each other, and it extends in both directions. Now, it's very hard sometimes to understand what's happening here, because over here I said that a point really has no measurement, does it? So with the line, you could ask, well, if a point has no measurement, how can you have all these different points close together to form a line? That's just a simple way of explaining it. Basically, a line does consist of a number of points, but there are so many of them that we really can't count them. So let's leave it at that. Okay, so it's something straight like that, and it goes in both directions. An angle is the amount of turn that exists between 2 lines that meet at a point. The amount of turn is measured in degrees. So this is the angle here. So you've got a line here, you have a line there. I've actually stopped the lines at that point there, see? And the amount of turn, see that there? That's the angle. Okay, so that's what an angle is. Angles were introduced in an earlier video. We looked at different types of angles and named them according to their size. In this video, we will introduce the concept of the degree and show how it is used to determine different types of angles. So we've just seen that an angle is formed when 2 straight lines meet at a point. Let us look at the angle below. Okay, so there it is there. So this has a size. The size of an angle is measured in degrees. There are 360 degrees in a full rotation. So that explains to you the size of a degree. Because when you put 360 degrees together, that gives you exactly 1 full rotation or 1 circle. We can easily see that the small angle to the left is a fraction of a full rotation. See, so this is nowhere near a circle or a full rotation. That's why we say it is a fraction of a full rotation. So the space between the 2 lines represents an amount of turning. The turning can be clockwise or anti-clockwise. The amount of turning is the angle. So in this particular case, we are turning in an anti-clockwise direction. Types of angles by degrees. Angles are named according to the type of corner made by the 2 lines. So you see this, now we saw this in an earlier video. This is called a sharp angle because of this angle here. Where those 2 lines meet, that's a sharp point there. So it's called a sharp angle when the size of the angle is between 0 and 90. Okay, so see this angle here? Doesn't matter which way we rotate, it's still the same size. Because it is between 0 and 90, it is a sharp angle. As far as a blunt angle is concerned, the size of the angle is between 90 and 180. That's called a blunt angle. The square angle, it is exactly 90 degrees. And another name for a square angle, which you will learn later, is called a right angle. The straight angle is exactly 180 degrees, so that's your line. So that's your straight angle, which basically just goes around halfway, doesn't it? By halfway, I mean half of a circle. So this video has introduced you to some special names associated with geometry, mainly points, lines and angles, and we've also introduced the degree.